Hey everybody, Jayborino here, welcome back. It's the Reaver Menace, created by iquare. It's a custom campaign for StarCraft 1. Map number 7, Retribution. Robotics have to hold their position until the Great Devourer is recalled to their base. Sounds like a holdout, let's see. Definitely a holdout. My brethren, we have gathered here because of an urgent matter. Addon, you may proceed. One of our observers has detected an extremely potent energy reading located deep within the rubble. It seems someone deliberately hid an artifact of great power in this place. Artifact? And what could it be? According to the power of the reading, it can only be the fabled Argus Stone. For years, everyone thought it was seized by the Zerg during the conflict on Eridas. But a Protoss source claims that many years ago, someone stole the stone from Zergal on Char and put it here. Maybe we'll find out what it actually does now. There is no logic to that. Why return the stone back to Eridas? We don't know who did that and for what reason. What we know is the stone is the source of all the trouble. Because of it, the War of Retribution was fought here many years ago. Because of it, Archimedes slaughtered this entire Protoss colony this year. Can you imagine what could happen if we let this go on? What can we do? Claim the stone is ours? Our power is immense, but we can't hold against the combined power of the Dominion or the Swarm. No. The Argus Stone is an artifact of great power, but also a source of great danger. Look what happened on Eridas over the years. The stone is a fountain of evil, the herald of pain and sorrow. It must be destroyed once and for all. But we can hand the stone to the Protoss. They will find use for it. Hand the Argus Stone to these slavers? Never. I agree with the Executor. We shall excavate this damn stone and I shall personally smash it to dust. The only problem is the excavation of the stone. It is buried by tons of rocks. The Great Devourer can destroy it easily with antimatter scarabs, but here is a problem. We can't transport the Great Devourer anywhere. There's an abandoned Arbiter Tribunal not far from the stone. We can channel its power to recall the Great Devourer, but that will take some time. But, Executor, there are many of Zagara's hive clusters in the vicinity. The Zerg will notice the recall sequence. They will think we're trying to bring in the Great Devourer to destroy them. We don't have enough forces in the southern deserts to hold against the Swarm. We have been outnumbered before. I will join the battle myself and ensure that no one will harm the Tribunal during the recall. So, depart, my brethren, and may the gods watch over us. Addon. Yes, that's me. That's my name. Protect the Arbiter Tribunal for 40 minutes. That's StarCraft minutes, though, so it's going to be more like, I don't know, 25 to 30 minutes. Somewhere in there. Okay, we got a big old base. We got Reavers up here. We have a forge, so I guess let's just get some basic upgrades. 40 minutes. I wonder if we just... Do we just have all of our... I mean, we have 200 supply already. I see resources all over the place. We just have to make sure that we saturate everything. So we have an entrance over here. Actually, no, but I'm going to assume that air units will come from over here because it's sort of prompting us. We have an entrance down here. Is this an entrance? And then we have an entrance on the right. So the top and the bottom are and the right are ground entrances, and then we have an air entrance to the right, it looks like. I'm going to guess. I mean, it always, you know, it's always challenging when you get started just to make sure that you're properly looking from the correct direction, get a handle on your base, just things like that. Okay, so let's grab War Drone attack range for sure. Let's grab another disruptor. We'll throw it up at the top here momentarily. Okay. So I don't want to take this as being easy. I'm going to assume that this is going to be a pretty challenging map. I want to upgrade our Reaver attack damage and things like that pretty quickly. Okay. Pretty consistent here, and then let's make sure that we're continuing to build probes because we need minerals. As many minerals as possible. Get mining, buddies. That's going to be our biggest issue, is just making sure that we have enough minerals to maintain defense. I need to get some something heavy-duty over on the right side. We have a disruptor that's building. We have 2 Stargates here. Maybe we just make a bunch of Hornets, because they'll be able to move around the map very quickly. I think that's the right choice. There's our robotics bay. Increase max scarabs for sure. This is still building. Okay, that's bad. Phoenix, come on down here. Come on down here, Phoenix. Just keep making probes. Okay, and I'm thinking we want to grab another cybernetics core because we want to get double upgrades here very quickly. So let's throw down our disruptor over on the right because that's a little exposed. This is still being built. I'm just going to assume that the areas that have Reavers and such are pretty well defended for now. What I'd like to do is maybe get some Hornets out. Just a couple, nothing crazy. And make more probes. Okay, this is finally done, so we can start making probes here. Really, it's just getting all this saturated early on. So what other tech do we have? There we go. I think we just have everything that's ready to go. Reduce disruptor attack cooldown. Yes, definitely. Let's grab that. We want a disruptor at each entrance, at least. And then we'll throw some Reavers. The top entrance is the most defended because we've got these as sentries, but the top entrance also seems to be in the most danger at all times. Okay, and then we want to increase our photon cannon damage for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that. Increased photon cannon damage. Let's continue to grab ground weapons, though. And ground armor, that's fine. Or actually, let's grab solarite plating. Okay, I had Phoenix. Where are they? Here we go. So we need to keep Phoenix and Hornets hotkeyed to just be able to move around quickly and destroy these. Tempests also are very, very tempting. Phoenix are expensive, though. Okay, this is why we need to upgrade our air weapons, though, for sure. There we go. So it seems like primarily air attacks coming from the bottom. Okay, this seems okay. Let's go ahead. We just need resources. So continue to make Phoenix. Continue to make Hornets. It's pretty much all I can afford right now. Okay, and then let's go ahead and saturate our gas here as well. It's a very, very large map. It's hard to kind of maintain focus on everything.
We are under attack.
Okay, this is ground. Disruptors, though, obviously going to be huge, huge, huge helps. Try to save this stuff. Okay, that's great. I can always rebuild cannons if necessary, but right now I'm mostly just focusing on not being murdered. Okay, so like I mentioned, let's go ahead and grab another cybernetics core. Everything's being upgraded here. That's good. Grab a photon cannon upgrades. Let's build some more cannons down here. Let's rebuild one of our gateways. Okay, and keep in mind we can upgrade our cannon health. Not really health, but armor at least, which is pretty darn good. Tempests are very, very tempting. I'm going to keep making Phoenix, though. Okay. Good, good, good. And there's another area where we can set up for minerals. I'd like to get that going here very, very soon. Okay, let's save. I think we've had a decent start, so we're on Reavers 7 now. Is that right? Okay. Just going to throw this down right here. Go ahead and get these set up as well. And then nothing's come from the right side yet, which is concerning to me. I'd like to make sure that I keep getting upgrades here. Okay, Guardians. Air units, air units. Got a hotkey U so you can get in here and destroy Guardians. We got a bunch all around this area. This is where Hornets and Phoenix are going to be very, very important. They both do normal damage, so the Guardians will go down pretty quick. Okay, come on down here, but this is why I want to upgrade my... Get upgrades here for my cybernetics core. Very, very important. More Guardians. I just need to... Yeah, I think I just need to have this group ready to go. Primarily Phoenix, I think. Okay, some Scourge coming in. That's okay. Let's back up, though. Our cannons are going to go down so quickly. There's really nothing we can do about that. This is being built. Keep making probes. Keep making probes. And then we need to... I think we just want to... I think we actually really just want to be focusing on these anti-air things. Okay, so continue making Phoenix. Maybe a Tempest or two would be really, really useful. Okay, so they're destroying my upper area defenses, which is a problem. Okay, so head on over here. With my remaining money, let's grab shield regeneration.
Upgrade complete. You require more Vespene gas.
Okay, Vespene gas. We need to saturate our extra geysers over here, because gas is going to be our long-term issue. Okay, I'm already feeling the intensity a little bit because it's a very fast-moving map. Okay, yes, air weapons for sure, air armor for sure. Okay, the Tempest will obviously help us. Let's grab another one. Need more gas. Let's grab another Phoenix. Executor, there are Terrans here. We have scoured the last of Archimedes' thugs from Eridas. Who in Addon's name are these humans? They are certainly not Archimedes' men, but they've just arrived on the planet and started attacking us immediately. Oh, I see them up top. If Archimedes hired these Terrans, I suppose they're after the Great Devourer. The recall sequence has already begun, and then the destruction of the tribunal will lead to the destruction of the Great Devourer. So hold out against the Terrans too, is what they're saying. I'm going to get groups of Hornets to zoom around, and then we'll keep the Phoenix for anti-air. That's my goal here. Fighting two enemies constantly is not an easy task, but we will endure. We got to put Cara Dune up on one of these areas so he can recharge some shields, right? So let's get this guy up here. Oh, they've got Spectres. Back up, back up. I was going to say, they are hidden. Okay, there we go. Excuse me? Antara Dune, get on up here. How are they not in range of my... There we go. Okay, so I need to upgrade Scarab damage and start getting more Disruptors and Reavers. They are very expensive. Okay. Trying to pay attention to everything. Trying to pay attention to everything all over the map at one time. Let's get this saturated. Okay. Guardians over here. Let's go. And then let's go ahead and let's get a Tempest up here too. Okay, pretty intense. A lot of stuff happening here. I'm mostly focused on the Guardians, but the Terran attacks are very scary because they have very powerful anti-ground as well. Okay, nothing's attacked us over on the right, which is interesting. I'd like to get level 3 building plating right away. Observer sight range for sure. Let's move our observers around. There we go. Get mining, and what's going on up here? Banshees. Okay, let's go. Let's go. This is why I think I want to continue to make Hornets, because they can just zoom around and destroy this kind of stuff. They also build very quickly. So I just want to make some hotkey groups of this kind of stuff to help out. Come on, Phoenix. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's go to move my Hornets back, or my Phoenix back here. My Hornets are a separate control group. They're running into Predators, okay. I need to set up more cannons, for sure. So let's get it, come on over here. Okay, and I heard a Reaver complete. All right, let's send these guys over to the right and top, respectively. Actually, no, we need a Disruptor up top. Disruptor, head on over here. And I think Tempests are the right choice at this point. Hornets. We got you. We're ready. I think we need a little bit more defense down here. Maybe just a Reaver or two would be smart. Okay, continuing to get upgrades. We've got our Phoenix that can fly around and attack air units. We've got some Tempests that we might want to throw down here. Let's go ahead and get some more cannons here. Now we're just going to be... Let's just start building cannons like crazy. Gotta watch out for Antara Dune. Let's save. We're in a good spot. I don't want to get really far into this mission and then lose. That would be a big shame. So, let's just play it cool. Let's also make sure that we don't get supply blocked like a fool. Okay, Phoenix, you're killing it. You're killing it. Let's just make sure that we continue to upgrade you. Air weapons level 3 for sure. I also have my, oh dear. Okay, Hornets, this is what I need you for. This is exactly what the Hornets are for. And with the +3 attack, they're going to be able to do it. Keep in mind, yeah, our units are... Their units are already 3-3. Jeez, oh man. Okay, so let's just rebuild these cannons. We have shuttles, I'm not really sure why. Now we've got the income that we need. And we have +3 building armor, which is good. Let's make sure that they can't get through here. Tempest, very slow to build. Let's grab some more Hornets. Let's throw one of these at each entrance. The right side has been left alone, which I'm kind of frightened about. Got to get more stuff down there. Reaver as well. Okay, I want to get a full group of Hornets, and then where are my forges? Keep losing track of where all my stuff is, basically. Yeah, shield regeneration, and then shields level 2. Okay, and we needed anti-air, so let's go ahead and reset up these cannons. I'm constantly reacting to different things here, and it's hard to keep track of everything. Okay, there we go. Just build bunches of cannons. We'll make more war drones, I think, is the right choice, just to kind of scatter around. Here we go. Again, pretty intense, but pretty fun. Okay, you guys move on up. And then meanwhile, what did we lose up here? Just a couple pylons. Ooh, okay. So, what's next? I see... Yeah, not Guardians, but... okay, so Hornets. Let's make a few more so we have a full group, and then a few more Phoenix so we can flesh out our Phoenix group. And again, we've got the Hornets to just zoom around and take out anything that may become a problem. Okay, very good. I'm just going to make a lot of cannons down here. Does not hurt. We're going to make more cannons over here as well. So we're going to try to cannon up the bottom, meanwhile trying to just hold on to all the different areas. Again, we have money, we have minerals, so we might as well spend it. I really want to get into the sentry game here. I think implosion could be really good against tanks and things like that, but, you know, you defense matrix a sentry, run it with implosion. Haven't been able to try that. This might not be the mission for that, but I really wanted to try it. Okay, you guys, that's not where you need to be. Okay, Hornets, Hornets, Hornets. This is my Hornet group that's just meant to fly around and make sure that we don't get smoked. Same with the Phoenix, though. They're primarily just anti-air. Okay. Where do we need more Reavers? Okay, this area, we're going to get Hornets up here, like, as soon as possible. Reavers attack. They see, that's a lot of Spectres. We just need to flank the tanks. There we go. Okay, our Mondo anti-ground will have to do for now. I need to increase my Reaver Scarab damage. I see something up here. Let's just go ahead and send my Phoenix. Air armor, more disruptors, and Reavers really is all we can do. More probes. Let's see. Reavers, and then Scarab damage. This side has been fine. If we can get these cannons set up in time, then we'll be more equipped to deal with the Terran that come in. Don't chase. They have a really long sight range, that's why they're going to want to chase. Okay, I see stuff coming in, but I have Phoenix in position over there in the upper left. Just set up a boatload of cannons. It really doesn't hurt. It seems like the top is going to be hit the hardest because of Terran. So let's just make sure we keep Intaro Adun here. Cara Dune can recharge our shields. Okay, there we go. And then just don't be afraid to set up cannons everywhere. More of this junk. Again, they started with 3-3. That's pretty rough. But, again, we've got Phoenix ready to go. Okay. We should be safe there. More Guardians. We may have to split up our air forces. So Hornets come on down here. Phoenix attack up here. How are we doing on upgrades? Let's find our forges. Shields and shield regeneration seems smart because it helps our cannons. I usually don't think anything like that, but in this case, it's worth it because our cannons are particularly good. We'll set up some more cannons over there. We have Reavers just sort of like around, so let's just make sure we station them in the correct places. And we'll grab some more war drones just to hang out. And we're getting to the point where we are... We're getting to the point where we're close to maxed out. Not quite, but almost. Okay, Hornets are down here. Let's just make sure that they don't... Nice, nice. They picked off a Devourer. Good job, Hornets. I was just about to say they're kind of out of position, but hell. Let's grab Restoration just because we just saw a Defiler. And now what we have to do is focus on building cannons everywhere, I think, to follow up. Okay, I think I've made some of the right choices here. Not to pat myself on the back too much, but I think I did. Really had to focus on anti-air for the most part. Okay, here we go. We got the shield regeneration. Again, I think the Terran attacks and Guardians are the main issues. Other than that, though, we should be fine. This Tempest, I think we're going to move up here. We're going to leave a couple War Drones there as well so that we have some early warning for incoming air attacks in that direction. Even Ultralisks with their roar ability not getting through here. And look how fast the shields come back. That's so good. Okay, keeping an eye on that. I will get Darren Jewel in case. I mean, we might as well just get all these upgrades. There's no reason not to. The right side has been left alone, and I'm a little nervous about that. So I will make a bunch of cannons over here just in case, because the Terran came from the top, and they could easily attack from over in this direction as well. Okay, Phoenix, this is you. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, very, very large attack here. Got hit by a couple Scourge. We might have to rebuild some of these. Phoenix, though, definitely the anti-air that we need. I'm detecting Terran transports. They're too far from here to pose any danger, but we must be prepared for anything. Beep. Crap. Okay. That frightens me. So let's back out here, and where could the Terran transports be coming from? And what we'll do is we'll move a couple War Drones to where they might be landing. So that was our early warning to say, hey, look out. You're gonna get fucked if you do nothing. Okay, that's too many War Drones, I'd say. We're safe here. The bottom is locked up tight. The bottom is definitely locked up tight. Let's go ahead and move an Observer out here, maybe give us some forewarning. It just depends on where those transports are going to come from. We have to move our Phoenix and our Hornets down to that location when it happens. And what I'm going to do is just keep making Hornets with my spare supply, because Hornets are relatively cheap. And we could end up running out of money. As you saw, it looks like a lot of the resource areas are running dry. Okay, let's build some pylons over here so we can build defense. Okay, this area down here doesn't seems to be wide open for mining. So again, let's just set up cannons all along these ledges. Guardians can take them out very quickly, but we did preempt one of the Guardian attacks, so I feel decent about that. This area is in danger from Terran drops. This area, the Terran are coming from the upper right, or either the very top or the upper right. So that's the area where I'm mostly focused on throwing down cannons at this point. This is a lot of money, but it's going to be worth it if we can stop them from dropping on us and causing us a bunch of problems. So let's do that. There we go. Okay, Zerg are massing up in this direction. We've got Cara Dune. Top is locked down. Bottom, pretty well locked down. This area could probably use a little bit more help. And we've got our Phoenix group, and we are 3-3-3 in the air. We're gonna be 3-3-3 on the ground here very, very soon. A lot of Ultralisks, but they're gonna get screwed. We have to upgrade our last level of Scarab damage. That's gonna be hugely useful, and then we just have to hopefully hold out to get as much money out of this as possible. Phoenix, get on up here. Actually, Hornets, get up here. You're much faster. Well, we sent them both. That's fine. Let's just leave the Hornets in the middle. They can react faster. I could drop units up here to make cannons on the high ground, but I think that's not that worthwhile. Because... Sorry, my brain isn't catching up with what I'm thinking right now. It's not worthwhile because... I have no idea. What was I thinking? Oh, because Guardians. Guardians are just gonna destroy stuff on the high ground anyway. Okay, so last thing I want to do with the remaining money I have is cannon up this area. We're near maxed out. We have huge anti-ground forces at all of our entrances. So I feel very, very safe. I feel very, very safe. The key is going to be any possible Terran transports. Said they're too far to pose a threat now, so I thought that meant like closer to the end of the map they will be a problem. I don't know. Let's protect our tech a little bit. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I was expecting to happen. It was only a matter of time. There we go. So those Ultralists have that really cool roar ability that there's no cost for them to use it. It's just, I think it's really interesting, but it's just, it doesn't even cost them health. Like Marines, it costs them a chunk of their health to use Stimpak. No cost to use roar. Apparently that was like in the beta of StarCraft as an ability for Ultralisks. And I think, I mean, it seems to me like it'd be a very worthwhile ability for Ultralisks to have, because, I don't know, Ultralisks, they're strong. I guess the inclusion of the chitinous plating and speed upgrade was meant to make up for that. I see infested Terrans. I think we'll be okay. Let's move some of these Reavers up, and 2 Disruptors should be good enough. They have absurd ranges, along with the Tempests as well. Okay, we're stockpiling money, and I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and set up a few more cannons over here. Okay, I don't hear any Guardians. I think I had an extra Observer. I thought I did. I don't want to build another one, to be honest. There were a lot of Guardians at the beginning, and now they're just strangely absent. Oh, no, okay, there's a huge anti-air, anti-ground. Sort of both. So let's go ahead and get our Hornets in there. Let's see if we can lure these things over all of our... Never mind, I would say lure them all over our cannons, but there we go. We took them out very quickly. Because we're +3 with the Phoenix and the Hornets. It's incredibly good. Don't let this thing drop on us if that's a possibility. There we go. Okay, more Overlords. Shooing them away with our Tempests. How many supply our Tempests? This is a really fun holdout map. It doesn't feel absurdly hard, but it really keeps you on your toes, which I like a lot. Okay, 7 minutes. And maybe we'll just make another Tempest. There we go. So we have a nice group of Tempests. Maybe if we let something die here, then we can go ahead and make an Arbiter, and then theoretically the map will end. Okay, Phoenix, you're up. I do not regret making these Phoenix. They're incredible anti-air. They're better than Hornets because they're not nearly as fragile. It's really, really good. Okay, let's go ahead and throw down some... There we go. Something's interfering with the recall sequence. Of course, Terran ghosts have planted 4 disruption generators on the hills surrounding our base, while we were repelling their attacks. We have to destroy these generators, Executor, and do it before the 40-minute deadline. Otherwise, the Great Devourer will be destroyed during the recall. Okay. So we're going to save. We're going to grab our Hornets and our Tempests. We're going to go and try to take those out. Is it going to ping us on the map, I hope, or maybe reveal where they are? And I would really hope they're not in the middle of enemy bases, because we're going to be screwed if they are. Destroy the disruption generators. I can't read or speak before the timer runs out. Okay, save. We're in great shape. They were just pinged. It was like here, here, and then further down. Okay. So build just a few extra cannons like I wanted to do. Okay, it's pinging them like crazy, which I'm actually very grateful for. So, Tempests. I thought I made more than this. I really thought I had more than this. Okay, so let's take our Tempests and start moving up in this direction. Let's take the Hornets just to kind of scout out what's here. Okay, no problem. Okay, this has HP. Okay, there's one. Hornets seem like the right people for the job to do this. Especially because they're 3-3. Just snipe it. Okay, get out. Okay, come home. I'm going to assume that whatever's happening is fine, and we're going to finish this way before the deadline, I think. And I'm grateful for not having changed any positions on anything. Okay, Hornets. Let's go for the next one. They're not hugely defended. They're defended enough to make you think twice about what you're going to do. Luckily, the bunkers aren't populated. I think that's like a minor bug, but I'm fine with that. I think we'd still be able to do this. We just have to rebuild the Hornets in between each. And by doing this, we don't. We just snipe them and get out. There we go. Hornets are like the perfect hit and run, though, because they're super quick. Let's grab an Arbiter. And then another Tempest. 2 more Tempests, I suppose. And, yeah, sure, let's grab that. And I think we have one more upgrade to get on ground armor. Yes, and then we've gotten all of our other upgrades, which I'm very happy about. Sure gets shuttle speed, too. It seems like the attacks are granting us a mild reprieve. I'm trying to think, have any spellcasters been coming in? You know what? Ghosts, or specters, rather, have been coming in from the north with the Terran attacks, so I think leaving Intaro Dune up here is good because he nullifies he nullifies casters. It's like he basically just has a silence aura, and what it does is it just drains all their energy. I think is the technical idea there. Okay, so yeah, we've got a disruptor at least at each entrance, along with a couple reavers or 3 reavers depending on where they are. They rebuild their scarabs. We've got Cardoon up here. The top seems to be the area that's getting hit the hardest, without a doubt. Been focusing heavily on that. We got a lot of cannons here, just in case. Got a little bit of a gap here in our cannon circle. So let's just spend just a tiny bit of money. As long as there are some cannons here to delay, then I'm fine. Okay, and then this area, we have a large gap here. Luckily, the enemy hasn't exploited it, but yeah, we could have been in serious trouble. We have a lot of probes. We could throw them away to open up some supply. Very tempting. We have 2 minutes. I think we could have used ground units to get to those areas. I was kind of concerned with what kind of defense would be around them, and it really wasn't too bad. But again, it comes down to map awareness. Like, I had no idea what to expect, so. Okay. There we go. Warp field stabilized. We've got these Tempests. Let's go ahead and spread them out. 1 to the right. Let's go ahead and move these 2 to the bottom. Huge Zerg attack force coming from the top. We have a minute left, so I suppose I don't know what I was expecting. Okay, let's get the Phoenix up here. Looks like we could just barely hit this Guardian. Yes, nice. So the Zerg, I think, just emptied their bases. And there could be Guardians coming next, too, just because Guardians are really, really slow, so they might just be following up. We have not been getting plagued. Oh, there is no plague. That's right. Plague was removed, and it's that Blood Boil instead, which is like a mini Dark Swarm that does damage instead of the normal. It looks like Dark Swarm, but it doesn't function like Dark Swarm. It functions like a localized plague that you can move out of.
We are vigilant.
Okay.
What
Ability are the Arbiters missing? What do they normally have? Stasis and Recall? What else? Do Arbiters even have a 3rd ability? I just feel like something's missing from the command card, but I'm crazy. I don't see much of a point in saving now because there's only 4 seconds left, but let's do it. Large attack force coming in. Here's the Great Devourer. I have arrived. Where is the accursed stone? I will show you the way, but we have a problem right now. Zerg and Terran keep assaulting our base. Fools. The wrath of the Great Devourer shall smash them into dirt. Okay, we can control the Great Devourer. We've done it. Let's have this observer follow him. Destroy all missile turrets. Great Devourer must not be destroyed. Destroy all missile turrets. Oh, okay. I guess. I don't know. I don't get it, but let's do it. You know what? We built all these Tempests. Let's bring the Tempests as cover, because they outrange everything. So they're the perfect thing to bring along, because this thing does huge damage to everything else. So we can use this, and let's bring an Arbiter. We'll see if the Great Devourer can even be cloaked. Can we get the Great Devourer out of our base? He's huge. You can fit, buddy. Yes. Okay. He indeed can. So we continue to be attacked by Zerg and Terran. I'm deciding what I should do here. I guess let's just attack with the Great Devourer. He has crazy sight range as well. He can be cloaked.
We are vigilant.
It says destroy all missile turrets. Okay, well, I'm not sure if we're gonna have to scour the map or if it's just all missile turrets in this Terran base. Yeah, so he outranges everything. Let's save. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. The antimatter scarabs. Okay, that's so they're following, so they're gonna not actually attack. Just make sure we have vision on the high ground here. Looks like we're not gonna have much of a problem to get through here. We just have to survive the Zerg attacks that will continue. Spectres do a lot of damage, keep in mind, so we just have to make sure that we have vision.
We feel your presence.
And we got the Tempests. I can't even see what he's attacking. Oh my god, that's a lot of a lot of Banshees. But yeah, we're doing huge damage because we can outrange everything. They can't even see us, so they don't even know to come towards us. He attacks very quickly. If we have to, like, conventionally, if we have to figure out how to, like, kill the Great Devourer, I have no idea. That's gonna be crazy. Attack these Banshees. Yes, okay, let's do it. Let's just destroy this whole base so that they stop attacking us and destroy all the missile turrets. So there's a bunch of white missile turrets as well that are still alive. Okay, green is rebuilding. I don't have that much money left, so that's why I'm hesitant to rebuild pretty much anything. So I'm not going to. But we have the Great Devourer. The issue is the Great Devourer can't be everywhere at once. That's pretty much the only issue. Meanwhile, we got the Tempests that are very, very, very strong, as we learned in Raider's Roll, so that's why I built a bunch of them. I figured I wasn't going to fuck around this map. I'm going to build... I mean, the thing about this faction is, like, everything that they have is good. I admittedly did not utilize everything I could, such as sentries. Sentries are really the only thing I didn't build, but I built a little bit of everything else. This robotics faction is just so fun to use. It's really, really neat. All right, Observer, make sure you stay near the Great Devourer. Why do we have to destroy all these missile turrets? Sorry, man. This is Retribution. Which is the opposite of Archimedes. Wow, perfect. What? But in Mission 4, Archimedes said this is not Retribution. And Taro Dune, stop breaking the fourth wall. Do what you're supposed to do. Detect cloak units and drain energy of enemy casters. It's a little commentary there, like, look, you've got your objectives. You can't question them as the player, so just go. But Archimedes said, ah, you heard what your executor said, stop breaking me. The fourth wall is breaking the fourth wall. It's like double meta. Location of all missile turrets is revealed. Black sheep wall is not necessary. Okay, of course there's some down here. I feel like it's very pointed to have them down there, just to be like, just because again, it's like Retribution. There's just missile turrets everywhere. Let's see how many of these we can destroy without our interceptors dying. We can always send the Tempests down there, but they're just slow. Here's the last one in this vicinity. All right, the Terran will leave us alone. There's one up here. Oh my god. Just the giant Reaver. It hurts my soul. Okay, let's see. Can 3 Hornets do this? Otherwise, I would almost rather just rebuild Hornets. Yeah, they can. It's the Argus Stone. Indeed, here it is. I compared its readings to the analysis Protoss ran on the stone years ago. Beep. It seems the power of the crystal has been slightly drained. No wonder. The Zerg used it to breed a supreme being. This is how it was called? I'm still curious, what was it? Recent Protoss research indicates the being never hatched, but I have some doubts about that. Enough talk. We must put an end to this accursed stone right now. Reavers, fire. This is a really intriguing but also ridiculous story. It is finished. If Archimedes wants to claim the stone, he will achieve nothing. He slaughtered an entire Protoss colony, but he must admit, the power of the robotics is immense. You cannot outrun an AI. You have a better chance of outrunning your own shadow. I mean, he did have that thing that he could hatch things out of Protoss, which is pretty crazy, but, you know, you're all robots, so you're safe. Nova, have you heard that? Slaughtered an entire Protoss colony? But Archimedes told us that the robotics went out of control and destroyed their creators. Of course. I should have suspected that from the beginning. What have we done? Archimedes will pay for that. Rigel, transfer the message to all of our men. We're leaving Eridas. I love how the Kerrigan portrait is blonde for Nova. Incredible. Incredible. I mean, it's crazy because, you know, there's so many classics in StarCraft 1, but the most recent campaigns, I feel like, are easily the most engaging. I mean, look, all the older campaigns, you know, you've got all the Dessler campaigns, Legacy of the Confed, Flame Knives, all like the old, again, like the classics. They all have, they're the foundation that we're building off of now, but I've played so many campaigns recently, like anything by Vorgaz, Pronago, and iquare has just been incredible. I feel like they all pretty much blow all those old campaigns out of the water. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Again, those old campaigns, you have to put them into context with when they were made. And again, they are the rock that we continue to build upon. The Antioch Chronicles, all those older campaigns. But what we're seeing today is just so much more engaging and immensely fun. And I guess like just the RTS genre and the idea of what makes a fun map to play on in StarCraft has evolved significantly in the past 20 years. You know, that has a huge impact on what we see today. But again, just huge props to iquare. This map was really fun, and this whole campaign has been incredibly interesting. It's not absurdly hard or anything. Not that that would be a bad thing, but I've had trouble in the past. Just that's my own problem, not everybody's problem. And this just feels just right. It's just all around fun, and it's challenging, but not absurdly challenging. It tasks you, but also allows you to enjoy all of the new, interesting things in all the maps. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.